People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.
October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.
Hello, good evening. We are live. It's been a minute since we've done one of these. I'm super happy to be back. I'm super happy to be doing a live watch along. You know what it is? It's commentary and conversations as I speak. We're getting ready to do the ring walks, and it is Davis versus Jarko. That's the first fight we're going to be doing, and then on to the main event, which is Crocker versus Donovan 2. Really looking forward to that fight. Enjoyed the last one. Crazy ending. Let's see how this one ends up. But a massive good evening, and thank you to all of you that have joined us so far and that are going to join us during this evening. What I need to do is put the chats on the screen, so hopefully they will show up on the screen. Not sure they will. I've got my dodgy pretend background. I like to create the atmosphere. We've got that boxing atmosphere here, like you're there, we're there, and this is Fight Night Live. Shout out to the chat, Ricky E245. I'm just catching up with the comments on the latest review that I did actually. Thank you. You think I've got a voice for audiobooks? Imagine my Brummy accent doing an audiobook. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. But good evening to you. Danny, fight fan, big up to yourself as well. Hopefully catch you tomorrow when we'll be doing our fight tour live catch up on these fights. I'm not watching all the American card. I'm going for the main event. Ask me about the other fights that you're on peril. And then obviously we've got Inoue versus Akhmadaliev. I think that's midday Sunday. So lots to talk about. Make sure you tune in tomorrow evening across all our channels for Fight Talk Live. Karma, good evening to you. I see you causing havoc on X earlier. You know what you're up to. Richard Brown, good evening to you. Star Fox, how are you doing? Better late than never. Like Fight Talk Live most Sundays. Listen, I wasn't late. I did announce that I'd be going live from this fight. I just wanted to keep it in line with the fight times, and that's it. So yeah, but good evening to you as well, and thank you for your lovely comments. If you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a section on my YouTube channel where I discuss news and reviews. It's labeled under the review section. I mean, you can catch up on what's going on out there in boxing. I have been covering the Muhammad Ali Act, the alleged potential changes that with Congress at the moment. There's a little bit of a pause on that. It's supposed to kick back off again in December. And obviously, we spoke about what happened at the Canelo Crawford presser, where the journalist challenged Dana White. Didn't go down too well with him, but I spoke about that in the reviews. Obviously, we know that Adam Azim has signed with Boxer Shah. I've got to put my hands up. I thought he was going to escape. I thought he was gone. I thought that was it. He was missing. Who knows where he's going to end up? But no, he has stayed. And then obviously we see now that Ben Shalom is in another legal dispute with John Wishausen from Sky regarding verbal contracts, potentially trying to take fighters off of them new ventures, etc., etc. A bit of a mess. I am going to follow that, and I will be doing more reviews on that. I've set up an alert on my phone, so if I get any notifications about how the case is going, I'll let you know. I can apply to find out exactly what's going on in the case. You can do that. Joe Blogs, media, anybody, you can do all of that. But at the moment, I'm just going to see if I can filter in from the news feeds. So yeah, so that's it. So have a listen, see what we're up to over there. But for now, it is conversation and commentary. And we have got Davis versus Ajaku. Both fighters, got a lot of time for both of them. Lovely guys. Spoke to Kieran more than Ish. I haven't had Ishmael on the channel actually, but spoken to him a few times off camera. Davis is somebody that takes fights at short notice. We've seen it all good fight that he had with Josh Kelly at Wembley. Obviously, he went in with Bokachuk as well. Short notice for that if I pronounce his name wrong. Sorry. It's just the way I pronounce it. But he's had a full camp. We spoke about that on Fight Talk Live, that stop taking these short notice fights. Think about developing your career. He's had a good camp for this one, and he's going against the experienced Kievan. Kievan, who came over from Queensbury to Matchroom. He's been through a couple of trainers. I think Eddie Lamb was one of them, and now he's with Stephen Swifty Smith. I do like him with Stephen. Let's see how he gets on in this match. Kievan was with Matchroom, no longer with them, but I believe Ishmael Davis is one of their fighters. Chris Welsh, good evening to you. Hope you're well. Daza, good to see you as well. Yes, Moran. Had Moran to win this time. I thought Moran had moments. McKenna was just too relentless for him. Absolutely. Moran hands too far down and was on the ropes. McKenna cut off the ring and too much in the end. Shame really for Moran. It's just the way it goes. And it's at the end of the day, it's down to who's probably prepared better and who wants it the most. And we saw that. So congratulations to McKenna. I don't know why, but I thought he'd retired. Maybe I'm tripping. Supernova, good evening to you. Crawford, yeah. I think that's going to be potentially about 4:34 a.m. UK time. I'm thinking about doing a watch along, but don't quote me on it because I probably won't. I'll be watching that in my bed on Netflix. I will be watching the fight live, but whether I'm doing a watch along, probably not. Yeah, give me McKenna Walker. Yeah, Connor Walker as he sits there, commentary, potentially talking about a fight that he wants in the future with the relentless fighter that's on there, Ben Davison. Dangerous fight that is for Connor. I know Connor likes a war, but I think that fight is just going to be too much for him. It's all right. I'm just watching and seeing when this fight is about to start. Both guys are now going into the center of the ring. Pat McCormack, sorry, that's what I was talking about. Both fighters going into the center of the ring, getting read their rights by the referee. Touch gloves. They had a little bit of a to and a fro on X, these pair did. So let's see how this fight is. Davis looks in phenomenal shape, but Kievan looks in good shape too. Right, here we go. Round number one. Ajaku runs straight into the ring, throws a jab, but gets countered straight away by Davis. Looking at the size of the guys, both of them have started off really quick, but Ishmael looks absolutely huge. Davis, I do beg your pardon. Good name that is, Ishmael. As he goes with the high guard from Davis, gloves up high, feinting there, throwing in the jab, literally trying to push Ajaku, which is working so far, onto the back foot. Almost like Davis is throwing these punches with venom. He's not just throwing the jab to feel it out. He's throwing the jab to cause some damage. Nice work. Ajaku then goes forward with a feint, double jab and a backhand. Circles round to his left. Jabs out again from Ajaku to Davis. Davis parries and counters with his own. Throws a backhand and leans back, looks to counter, but doesn't follow it through. Both guys, we've got Southpaw versus Orthodox. I didn't even know that Davis was Southpaw, so I stand corrected. Ajaku moves forward as he lunges into the shots, running into the shots, pushing Davis back. Davis keeps his feet steady and comes forward with his own shots as he holds that high peekaboo guard, throwing the jab at Ajaku. Jab once again coming in from Davis. Jabs again, he misses. Ajaku throws back his own. This fight has started off at a very fast pace. We are already halfway through the first round. The size difference here, it looks phenomenal. It makes the punches that are coming from Ajaku really look like that they're not having any impact. I'd love to have known what they got. You know what weight they are just before they walk in the ring? Because Davis looks absolutely huge compared to Ajaku. Good boxing from both guys, though. They are countering. They are working on the timing. A couple of wild swings there from Davis. Ajaku is able to time it and move out the way. Saying that as he pivots round, moves around to the left. I do beg your pardon. Davis catches him with a shot. So you have to keep his guard up. Davis might be a little bit reckless, but it looks like he's got the power, but off balance. This is where we get the experience. Is Davis too eager? Is he not planting his feet properly? Is he, I don't know, is he comfortable with that southpaw stance? He's got to have that balance. He's got to be good on his feet. Guys, put in the comments if Davis is southpaw. I feel really bad now. I didn't notice he was before. The guard then drops as Davis keeps that left hand under the chin, right hand under the chin, I do beg your pardon, and the jab hand low. It's because he switched back his stance to orthodox as the Jaku comes in. Right, so he's switching stance then. I was thinking, hold on a minute. I'm sure it was his backhand that was under his chin. Yes, he definitely does look huge. Yeah, Supernovic, yeah, it's going to be crazy times in the morning, according to the UK times. We'll see how it goes. Yeti 78, yeah, he looks absolutely huge. I wonder how much Davis weighed. Yeah, I said the same, Yeti. I'd love to see the scales just as they get into the ring, how much they actually weigh. I'm staying. No, I'm not staying on, Andrew. I'm going to watch it, but I'm not staying on. I don't know if I'm going to do a watch along. I'd probably be lying if I said I was. We'll see. But I'm not staying on this. No, this will lock off once it's finished. Emma Willis, good evening. Some good comments that you put under the review. I haven't got back to all of them yet, but I will do after. And thank you for commenting. Emma's quite cutthroat and just get straight to the point. Kind of like that reporter that challenged Dana White. That would be you. That would be Emma. Right, we start round number 2. And this is a 12-round fight. Once again, both guys start off quickly. I do believe that Ajaku is comfortable with the pace. You know what it's like. I asked you guys to do the scoring. I'm not doing it because I can't. But I'm saying it's a nice pace from both of them. Ish Davis is switching stance, showing a little bit of inexperience here, potentially loading up on shots. Ajaku's a little bit more composed, able to move around, but saying that he just got caught with a counter from Davis. Davis looks like he can find the range quite good. Ajaku there runs into the shots, moves around to the left. Davis throws out, I believe it's his backhand at the moment since he's switching. We've got Ajaku throwing the backhand there. Boxing really well. I do like Ajaku with Swifty. I think it works really well. You can see some improvements with him. He's more lighter on his feet. Be careful as he throws in a couple of shots there. Davis looks to potentially go in for the kill. I don't know if that was Ajaku wincing or smiling at his opponents. Good work from Davis, though. He's able to, he is cutting the ring off, but Ajaku's able to like move out the way. He senses that danger zone. When he gets too close to the ropes, he's able to move away. And that's the experience, that's understanding, that's having that, ring generalship we talk about. Davis is good, but it just seems as if sometimes he's a little bit off balance on his feet. But you can see by the size of him, he's got the punches. But like I said, look, once again, when he's throwing the shots, his feet are coming off the floor. They're not planted. It's almost like he just can't find that comfortable range where he can sit on the shots properly. But I put that down to experience. Ajaku throws up the jab, nice combinations to the face, to the body of Davis, but he's not phased. You can see that he doesn't respect anything, any sort of attempt of power coming back from Ajaku as both guys end up in the clinch. And we are 27 seconds left of round number 2 of this 12-round fight. Nice jab coming in from Davis. Look at that, Ajaku once again. As soon as he gets anywhere near the ropes, he's moving off, not allowing Davis to try and pin him down onto those ropes. The clappers go for those final 10 seconds of round number 2 of this bout. Really fast pace, good start. How are they going to keep it up? Ajaku looks comfortable in there, smiling, confidently walking back into his corner, but guys. You know what it's like. Sometimes you can be all smiles and you're panicking on the inside. Right, Chris is saying Davis let Josh Kelly off, in my opinion. But Bokachuk was just levels above that. Yeah, too much, just too much. Yeah, I agree. Chris is absolutely huge. Legal Eagles, good evening to you. You know that spider there? I took a picture. I had this really horrible looking spider. It's called a mock widow spider, and it does bite. I know it's a bit off topic, but I've just seen the spider picture. We're getting some crazy spiders in the UK at the moment, like tropical looking things that lay about 500 eggs at a time. But yeah, I don't mind spiders, but when I see them looking like they've got patterns on their back and stuff, I start to get a little bit worried. Anyway, back to boxing. We are going into round number 3. If you've just joined us, I'm Abs of October Red. This is live watch along. It's conversation and commentary. There is no footage. We are here for Crocker versus Donovan 2, an exciting fight. To be fair, this fight, the fight that we're talking on now with Davis versus Ajarko, is also an exciting fight. Both guys giving it some. None of them seem to be backing down at the moment. Davis could use his size and his advantage to try and break down the body of Ajarku. Ajarku's quicker, moving quicker. I was saying about him not getting stuck on the ropes. He's a little bit stuck there now. I'd like to see him move off, not tuck up, just move off. Doesn't need to stay on there. Doesn't need to get into this type of trading. Davis is powerful at close range. We know this. Get off the ropes and get back to boxing. If I was his corner now, I'd be screaming at him. Don't block and stand there and take the punches. Box and move. So Davis has got Ajarku on the ropes. He was doing so well staying off them. Both guys are exchanging. Ajarku pushes him off. Uppercuts on the inside. Davis is throwing the hooks and the uppercuts back at Ajarku as he tucks up and throws back his own couple of shots. Get off the ropes. Move. Box. Because he can tire out. I understand maybe he's having a round off. Maybe he's comfortable with what's coming at him from Davis, so he feels like he can stand there and take it for those, I don't know, those 30 seconds, 45 seconds. But we know that Davis packs power. I think it's risky for him to stay there on the ropes. But hey, what do I know? Some counters, nice body shot and a hook coming in from Ajarku, who's just tucking up, throws back the 1-2. Looks like he wants to trade on the inside with him. He doesn't want to box at the moment. Davis throws in the body shots around the side. Ajarku comes back with a hook to the head, throws out the jab. Davis throws the jab back. The backhand comes in from Ajarku as he keeps tucking up. There is no movement to the left that he was doing when he was earlier on in the fight. The referee just having a look in there, just keeping a nice eye on these guys as a trade, these vicious exchanges. Ajarku just a little bit unsteady on his feet there as a shot comes in from Davis. Better movement there. As Davis went to land the backhand as a combination, Ajarku just slips under that hand, moves to the left. But once again, we're back to this inside trading. Do we need to do this? Is it exciting to watch? Yes. But you've got to be careful about the amount of punishment that you're going to take at close range. It's not sound like Virgil Hunter now. Do you want him to get brain damage? I'd like to see more boxing, but maybe Ajarku has tired himself out. Back on the ropes here. He is trading. Davis is coming in. Ajarku is smiling, pushing him back. Body shot, uppercut, comfortable. There's that respectful clap of the gloves as they walk back to each respective corner. Interesting. Yeah, I don't mind Spiders Legal Eagles. I really don't. However, there's some strange ones in the UK at the moment. Sharp start from Davis, and this comes in from Chris. Looks massive. Has had a full camp this time, and 2 fights were on short notice. Yeah, he's a good boxer. We're not disputing that. We just wanted to let him have time to grow as a fighter. Still, he needs tightening up on his feet. I appreciate the switch stance, but when you're throwing the shots and then you're falling over your feet or one leg's in the air or whatever, you need to sort out your balance. If he's comfortable in switching, he's got to practice keeping those feet steady. Yeti78 says the Belfast boy is winning this. He might. You guys, let me know how you think this fight's going. Put the scores in the chat, because if you know me, you know I can't score a fight. Davis too close here, which is suiting Ajaku. Yes, I get that, but there's too much of that inside work. Chris is saying 2-1 to Ajaku. Guys, put it in the comments on where you think this fight is going. Davis is creeping forward. We are in round number 4. I thought it was in round number 3. Round number 4 of this 12-round fight. When they start like this, the rounds tend to go extremely quick. Are we going to get a stoppage? There's a potential for it, but it also could go to points. As the overhand right just comes in there to the side of Ajaku's head from Davis, but he doesn't seem to be phased either. He's tucking up, throwing out his 1-2s on the ropes, comfortable. I don't want him on the ropes. I was complimenting his work not being on the ropes, but he seems comfortable there. I don't like it. Body shot, uppercut coming through, jab coming through from Ajaku. Let's have a look at the breathing of Davis. Those muscles are going to take up a hell of a lot of oxygen. It's beautiful looking, aesthetically pleasing, but it does drain your oxygen. It looks like the shots that Davis is throwing not landing clean on Ajaku, as Ajaku throws that stiff jab that just permanently landing on the nose of Davis, saying that Davis throws his own hook to the head of Ajaku, which lands, but couldn't seem to land that backhand properly. The hook's coming in from Ajaku as he tucks up, walks forward. Nice head movement. This is what I'm saying. Beautiful head movement from Ajaku as he slips back and just moves slightly over to the left. I love to see the head movement with the boxers. You're never a still target. Lovely work. I said I like Ajaku with Swifty Smith. I love that combination. We're seeing a different style to Ajaku. I'll say this and then he gets sparked out. But yeah, good style. Like that peekaboo style from Davis. It's coming up there as Ajaku throws a hook around the side of the gloves. He's very good at aim. His aim is very good. Circles round to the right now. Ajaku still towards the ropes. Davis throws his own shots, throws a nice overhand right. Ajaku just, like I said, seems to land all the time with his backhand and his jab. Davis throws to the head, to the body, uppercut and the hook. Both guys in the pocket fighting at close range. Davis has dropped his hands back up to the peekaboo style looking, and there's a pattern there, and it's almost like Ajaku can see that, because as soon as he drops his hands, you know that he's going to throw them back up into position, and then he's going to start to throw the shots. There's a pattern there. Read that. Look at the timing. Does he drop the hands to let Ajaku try and unload so he can catch him with the counter? But there's a pattern. He drops the hands. He puts them back up, and this is the work from Davis. Then he throws the combinations. There's patterns here. Watch the fight, and you can see them yourself. Let's have a look. But then again, how long can Ajaku cope with Davis being close? And that is what I'm saying. But look, Ajaku doesn't necessarily seem phased by what's coming back from Davis. But I say that, and it's over the rounds, isn't it? How much punishment can you take? Ishmael back into the corner, on his feet. I do like when fighters don't sit down in the corner. If you go into sparring in the gyms, and sparring sometimes can be a lot more relentless than some of the fights that these guys are in, they'll stand in the corner. It's only usually in obviously the pro fights where they're sitting down. Right, here we go. We are in round number 5 of this 12-round fight. And if you've just joined us, I'm Abs of October Red. It is a live watch-along. We call it conversation and commentary. It is for Crocker Donovan too, but at the moment, we are studying, we are watching, we are talking about Davis versus Ajaku. Good fight so far. Fast-paced from both guys. We've seen skills from both of them, entertaining backwards and forwards. No one's standing there. They've both got ideas. You do get to watch some fights, and it's almost like the fighter switches off. He's run out of ideas. He doesn't know what to do next. He's lost in there. You're not getting that with this fight. They're sussing each other out. Davis has been switching. He's back into southpaw at the moment. And to be fair, let's have a look at his feet when he's in southpaw. I think, yeah, he switched back to orthodox. You can see that orthodox is probably his natural stance. Better work, better style when Davis is in orthodox. Ajaku's got lovely head movement, moving out of the way. Beautiful counter backhand there to Davis from Ajaku. And there's some reddening on the nose of both guys. Good fight. I like this fight. Nice there. Stiff jab coming in from Ajaku. One fires back from Davis. As he feints and goes in. This is the work of Ajaku. He feints and goes in. Just tap to the stomach. An attempted backhand. Ajaku rolls out the backhand once again. Davis moves off to the side. He switches back to southpaw. Oh, nice jab coming in, stiff jab coming in from Ajaku. Seems to be handling the southpaw quite well. On the move, able to evade just to take the maximum sting out of the shots that Davis is throwing at him as he lands a backhand as he's back into orthodox on the head of Ajaku. Nice jab coming in from Ajaku there. As Davis answers with his own nice short uppercut on the inside, using his shoulder there to create some space. A 1-2 coming in from Davis. 1-2 coming in from Davis once again. The jab coming in from Ajaku. The backhand going in from Ajaku. The 1-2, but Davis manages to slip to take the full sting out of those punches as he throws in a hook to the side of Davis's head. Davis peekaboos and walks forward. Ajaku smiling at him as these shots come. 10 seconds left in this round. This is flying. Absolutely flying. And the bell goes. Ajaku once again putting his hand up, saying, yeah, I've got this, which makes me believe that he's quite comfortable in there. That self-belief. I don't know what it's going to be like. What's Swifty saying to him? Because don't be negative. Every time his hands come by, go to the body. Don't leave this to the judges. Stay active. Because if you don't throw the punches, it's going to not look good on you. It's going to look like he's getting on top of you. Ugh. Let's go, Swifty. Soon as his hands go up, attack the body. Remember I said about the patterns? Obviously, the experts there telling him what to do. Read the patterns, act accordingly. Let's have a look and see. Ajaku goes out with a double jab backhand. Lovely levers considering like the height of him. I'm not going to get the tape measure out and start talking about his reach, but lovely, nice, long levers. Jab from coming back from both of them. Very confident. And I thought you got to remember Davis hasn't had that many fights. Don't go square on as well. It's another thing that Davis does a little bit. He goes square on, and I think that's probably where the balance issues come from. Beautiful body work there. Body work and hook coming in from Ajaku to Davis. Uppercut, 1-2 coming in from Davis. I love to see this work. Uppercut coming in from Ajaku. Both guys close range. Uppercut coming in from Davis. Hook, and Ajaku just literally dips under it so the shot doesn't land. Uppercut coming in from Ajaku. Lovely work from both of them, to be fair, on the inside. Uppercut coming in, hook coming in, and this is the work from Ajaku as Davis throws his own back. A counter hook comes in from Ajaku. They are countering each other. 1-2. Beautiful hooks coming in from Davis there. Backhand coming in from Ajaku. 1-2 from Ajaku. They are literally head to head. The overhand attempt there comes in from Davis, but uppercut lands from Davis. Double jab from Ajaku. Jab from both of them. Body shot coming in from Ajaku. Nice uppercut coming in there from Davis. Backhand from Ajaku. Jab from Davis as he pushes Ajaku back onto the ropes. Ajaku tucks up, takes the shots, waits for the breaks to go for his own as he throws an overhand left and an overhand right. Body shot coming in from Davis. 1-2 from Davis. Overhand misses from Ajaku. Uppercut coming in there. Both of them were open then. That was a close opening. You know when those shots land when you just open. You don't want too much of that. Just keep your guard up. Get them hands straight back. I bet the ref's enjoying this because I am. Jab coming in from Ajaku as Davis throws his own. They are literally close range. We're looking at like the heads forward, not to clash, but the heads are in close as they are fighting close quarters. Not quite phone box, but they are going at it on the inside. But calculated, not just throwing for the sake of it. They're boxing. They're not brawling. It's a good match. Good matchup. Body shot. Beautiful whipping body shot coming in from Davis there as he hooks to the head and goes back to the body once again. Ajaku throws his own hooks to the body. And there is respect as they tap gloves and walk back to their respective corners. Really good, exciting fight. We've got Joe Cordina. Is it Visioli and Walker on comms? Let's have a look. Wilder and Ruiz had a face-off in Vegas. Interesting. Big Dot C, hello again to you as well. Emma saying, not sure what Ishii's game plan is here. Not sure if he's tired, but he needs to throw more. Nathan, you're going to have to think of something different to say because every week you're saying the same thing and it's getting a little bit boring. Be a little bit more adventurous. Ask something different so you don't stand out. Or maybe, do you want the attention? Do you want to stand out? Do you want me to give you those 30 seconds? So Chris Welsh has got it 4-1 Ajaku. Here we go. Round number 4-1. We're a bit further on than that. Great scrap. Not sure why Ajaku just gave Ish a chance there. He needs to keep moving. Yeah, it's a brilliant scrap. We're in round number 7 of 12. We all want attention, Nathan, and I'll give you yours, but you've got to come out with something different. Otherwise, I'm going to blank you. Right, here we go. Both guys. Nice, lovely right hand there coming in from Ajaku. Davis on the front foot. Ajaku back towards the rope, but using his ring IQ to literally dive under the shots that Davis is trying to throw at him to get back into the center of the ring. But the pressure there, the pressure fighter, the more come forward fighter is Davis. I missed what the corners were saying there because I was going into the chat. As Davis creeps forward. Ajaku throws out. Nice jab there. 1-2. He's good boxer. Those punches really look nice. I know what his target practice is like in the gym. Lovely hook came in from Davis there. Landed on the chin of Ajaku, but didn't phase him. Didn't move. Ref separates the two. First little clinch there. Not sure if the heads were interlocked. Body shot coming in from Ajaku there. They've kept a good pace considering. The jab there coming in from Davis. Ajaku just keeps edging forward. Trying to land those shots in between that peekaboo jab. I'm just looking at Davis. Is he looking a little bit tired? Let me have a look at his output. Keep an eye on Davis there as he comes forward. He's coming forward with the jab. But Ajaku just looks like the fitter of the two. But you know, when fighters are tired, it can make them dangerous. And this is why you can't necessarily write anybody off. Lovely shots landing there from Ajaku. The busier fighter, the more accurate with the shots that I'm seeing in round number 7 of 12. Davis uses that shoulder to try and get some space so he can get that work off on the inside. One nice shot coming in, backhand coming in from Ajaku there. Davis throws out his own jab as he creeps forward. A little bit of showboat in there from Ajaku. Be careful about that. But I think he's comfortable enough to do that. Otherwise, I don't think he'd do it. Davis runs in with the shot. Ajaku catches him running in. And he little bit of distance forming with them there. I don't know if Ajaku's because his gas tank is better. He's able to just keep that distance. So he feet first, hands second. If you need a breather, get it on the inside. His coach is screaming at him. Right, he's obviously, like I said, he's slowed down because he's tired. Got Sonny Edwards in the corner there. Yeah, he's getting a proper telling off in the corner. Got two people shouting at him, two people in his ear now. Got the main coach and Sonny also in his ear. Don't know what Sonny was saying there, didn't hear it. But they're obviously not happy, and they do believe that he's behind on the cards. So he's having a go. Feet first, hands second. If you need a breather, have it on the inside, which is confirming that I said he was potentially a bit tired because the shots wasn't throwing as much. And like I said, Ajaku was looking really comfortable in there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are shots that are coming in from Kievan. Both guys in the clinch. The ref tells them to break. Let's have a look. 1, 2 coming in from Ajaku. Davis comes forward, throws out a jab. Ajaku just throws his own jab back. The shots are more accurate when you look at the fighters, but there's a big swelling under the eye of Ajaku, and Davis goes in like he's trying to attack that. 1, 2, 3 coming in from Ajaku. Uppercut coming in from Ajaku. But Davis has caught him in that eye because that eye is swelling up something rotten. And if that's when he went southpaw. Jabs coming out from Kievan. We are round number 8 of 12. The referee just keeping a close eye on both of them. Nice, lovely hook on the outside coming in from Davis as he throws in the jab. Attack that eye. Attack the swelling. You can see it. Be accurate with your shots and just keep going at it. Get the fight stopped if you have to. Win by any means necessary. Pepper that eye. Pepper it. Ajaku still fights forward. He's as tough as hell. We do know that. I spoke to him several times. That is really swelling up horribly. And you have to be careful because you know sometimes with the eye swellings, it's not the eye, it's the brain. Here's mother. Mother's rabbiting on again. Overhand comes in from Ajaku. Davis tucks up. The thing is, just jab that eye. Stiff ramrod jab into that eye. Close it up. Make the doctor have to have a look at it. Just literally go for it. Uppercut coming in. How many rounds have we got? It's 8 of 12. 1, 2 coming in from Ajaku. That swelling's nasty. The cut man really needs to get that down because he's starting to bother him now because he's rubbing it. Oh, bit of balance issues there. And this is one thing that Davis has got to be careful of, his balance. His coach has already said it. Feet first, hands second. See, that's it. His hands are down. Davis is now looking to target the eye. Oh, what a beautiful counter backhand from Ajaku. He saw what was coming. He went, no. He slipped and he countered it. Good work. Let's have a look. Let's show us that eye. Show us the eye. We're not getting anything. We're not getting anything from the corner. We're not getting pictures of the eye. Good evening to all of you. Please like, subscribe. I've got a lot of people watching that don't subscribe. It does help. We want the channel to grow, but a massive good evening to you. I'm Abs of October Red. This is a live watch along. We call it conversation and commentary. There is no footage. At the moment, we're watching Ishmael Davis versus Kievan Ajaku, a very exciting fight We're going into the later rounds, but you know what we're here for. We're here for the rematch of Crocker versus Donovan. Disqualification with the first fight, hitting after the bell, losing when maybe they shouldn't have. Listen, it's got to end the right way this time. We don't want any disqualifications. We don't want any drama as such. We want a lovely, fair, and square win. Can Lewis Crocker win it? Can he come back? Can he make the relevant changes? I don't know. I'm not yet convinced because I know how dangerous Paddy Donovan is, but we'll see how it goes. A good fight regardless, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So a warm welcome to all of you here. But let's get back to round number 9 of 12 with this 2-in and a throw-in from Davis and Ajako. And Ajako's got a nasty swelling below his left eye, and Davis knows that he needs to just attack that, just keep going for it. Let me have a look. Oh, Skyliner, good evening and thank you. A good update on the boxer and the versus the Wishhausen saga. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. I did say earlier, I've got updates set up on my phone. So anything that I hear about it, any new news articles, I will be letting you guys know under the news and, well, the reviews and news section of the channel. So thank you very much for that. Chris is saying Ajaku is outboxing Davis, but Davis will be peppering that eye. Well, that's what he's got to do. But Ajaku is as tough as hell. We know he is, but dear God, that eye is completely shut now. But Ajaku is not giving up. He's going in. Both of the guys on the inside. Uppercuts being thrown. Davis intentionally going for the eye, which is what we like to see. It shows boxing brain, because we did see somebody that couldn't follow through when they saw that they had an opening, something to target the fighter with, but they just didn't have it in them to keep doing it. So it's good to see this IQ here. Both of them having a little bit of a shootout. There's a little bit of a swelling on Davis's face as well, but nowhere near as bad as Ajako's. Uppercuts coming in from Davis there as Ajako's on the ropes, as he throws a nice hook as he steps out to the left. Uppercut once again from Ajaku. Uppercut coming in from Davis. Proper 2-in and throwing in this fight. That dip there and that backhand coming in from Ajaku. Nice work from him. Good work on the inside from both. We've got Davis throwing on the inside as well, throwing in the uppercuts and the hooks. He throws like a left uppercut and a right hook. And this is the work from Davis. He continues to throw the same shot. And that is going to bother the eye. The uppercut comes in from Ajaku. We have got 30 seconds left in round number 9 of 12. Both fighters going at it. They're going to have a headache in the morning. And Ajaku probably needs to get that eye looked at ASAP as soon as he gets out the ring. Let's have a look. Uppercut once again comes in from Davis. Ajaku really starts to target the body, going in for the hook, the head. Full rotation coming in there from the Davis with the shots. It shows that he's putting some power into it. That eye is now turning purple. Get that metal on the eye. Protect the eye. I think early points decision here, or Davis stoppage at the moment. Yeah, that's it. We need that metal on there. What's he saying? He's shattered. He's finished. What did he say? If you're in too close, step back and use the right hand. Yeah, you can see that Davis has got a bit of swelling on his as well, to be fair. But they're saying that Davis is shattered. Ooh. Yeah, the ref's having a look at that eye. The ref doesn't like the eye. That's what I'm saying. This could get a stoppage through that eye. And we have got 3 rounds left. We're only in round number 10. I don't know. The ref's keeping an eye on it. We're probably going to have the doctors getting called on onto the apron ring. Davis is literally going for that eye now. And this is what you've got to do. You've got to win the fight. So attack where's injured. He's injured. Go for it. Ajaku on the back foot, as he has been throughout the fight, to be fair, but he's still throwing. Got a free combination to the body now, as Davis just throws back the 1-2, looking to corner Ajaku and really go for that eye on the inside, which he's doing beautifully as he throws the hooks to the head of Ajaku. Ajaku protects the eye, throws out his own shot, but we're having a plethora of shots coming out from Davis. The ref separates the two as they were in the clinch. Sorry, I just thought the ref was going to have a look at his eye again. The jab once again coming in from Davis. Ajaku swings for the hook. 1, 2, 3. Combination coming in from Davis as he looks at the eye when he's throwing his shots. Throwing with bad intentions. He wants to stop him. The hook comes round, hits the eye once again. It's not the jab that's got that eye. It's the hooks. I'm not sure if they're going to let this fight carry on with his eye like that. The ref really doesn't like it. He's really having a look at him. Doesn't like it at all. As Ajaku tucks up, it looks like he's probably having problems seeing out of it at the moment. Davis is throwing more punches. Ajaku's definitely slowed down. But maybe he just can't see what he's doing. The hook to the body, hook to the head. Hook to the body, hook to the head once again. And this is the work coming in from Ajaku as he repeats it again. Davis answers with his own shots. We've got a minute left of round number 10 of 12. If this fight doesn't get stopped, I do believe that Ajaku's done better. Don't ask me to score the rounds. But Ajaku's just been more pleasing on the eye to see. However, I will say that Davis has found the target and he's just going for it. That eye is literally out of Ajaku's head and he's still throwing the punches. It looks vile. Are they going to kick? Ajaku's still throwing. He's not stopping. Davis attacks the eye still. But Ajaku is going for the body. He doesn't want to lose this fight. Tremendous work from him. Complete heart. Let's have a look at his feet. Oh, please just get that eye swelling down. Get it down. Yeah, good fight. Tough fight. And we could see the main boys warming up in the changing room. Billy Nelson there with Lewis Crocker. And then we've got Andy Lee there with his team, with Paddy Donovan. I like to see it when the teams turn up to support the fighters. I really like that. Right, Chris is saying 6-3 to Ajaku. Andrew saying Ish needs the last 3 rounds, obviously. We'll see how that goes. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I'm Abs of October Red. You are here tuned in for a live watch along. It's conversation and commentary. There is no footage. At the moment, we're watching Ishmael Davis and Kevin Ajaku beat 7 shades of crap out of each other. A phenomenal fight, an exciting fight. Here we go, the doctor. Yeah, hold on. He does not like that eye. What's he saying? He said it's safe to continue. Here we go. So yes, good evening and welcome. So we're watching this. All right, they're saying there's too much Vaseline on his face. We're watching a battle between these 2 fighters, which is Ishmael Davis and Kevin Ajaku. Very to and fro fight. We've seen a lot of heart, a lot of grit. Some rounds taken off, some rounds where it's been stepped up, but it's been exciting. I do not know how Kevin can see, because I'm going to say that he's working off one eye. But a good evening to all of you and welcome. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, the share button. We are airing on YouTube and X. So join in the conversation. There's good people in the chat. I've got the best subscribers, by the way. So get involved in the conversation. Both guys are in a little bit of a wrangle tangle and the ref's going to separate the two. And Ajaku just keeps on going for that eye. It's going to be bothering the hell out of him. It's adrenaline in that fight that keeps him going. Both of it, Davis is going at it. Ajaku gets him in the clinch. Both men fighting in the clinch. The ref is separating the two. That eye is looking four-dimensional, not even three. I feel like I can almost see the swelling at the back. Inside work there from both of them. They haven't fought at distance from the first, 2 or 3 rounds. Davis comes forward, launching the shots into Ajaku. We are in round number 11 of 12. This fight has flown. 2 rounds left. We've got 1 minute 30 seconds left. Nice counter there landed by Davis. Uppercut, body shots. The work is coming in from both guys. It's literally 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Ishmael slowed down a little bit, but he went back into his corner and they screamed at him and literally told him, "You will pull your socks up." Nice work there from Ajaku, just evading that backhand that was coming in from the switch stance. Davis, who sometimes goes square on, doesn't have his balance, works better when he's in orthodox. Of them swinging with those hooks, those power shots. 44 seconds left in round number 11 of 12. You know what it's going to be like in the final round. They are having a shootout as we speak. No one wants to lose. You can see Davis gasping for air there as they were in the clinch. Ajaku nose is swollen from that eye, that injury that Davis is so desperate to try and attack to get that fight stopped so he can secure that win. Ajaku's moving, showing fitness here in these later rounds, being able to keep off the rope so he can't get pinned down. The clappers go for round number 11. We've got 10 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful shot there. The body shots and the head shots coming in from Kievan as he walks back to the corner, raising his hand. We've still got 1 round left. What a good fight. Cordina said he's got it 7-4, Ishmael. They've got it quite even. They're saying that they've got Davis. Visioli saying Davis as well. Let's see what Conor Walker says. Anyway, yeah, they're sitting on the fence. I understand one of them's a matchroom fighter, one of them isn't. Yeah, forget that. I'll go with what you guys are saying. Right, here we go. We are in round number 12 of 12. It's going to be the shootout round. It's the final round. Are they going to take risks? Are they going to leave it all in the ring? Yes, they are, because they're going at it already. A violent start to the 12th round. Ajaku with one eye. Davis still coming forward. Ajaku throwing the shots on the back foot, throwing the shots and moving. Davis grabs in for the clinch, fights on the inside. The hooks are coming in from both of them, including Ajaku that gets one around the side of the head of Davis. The ref separates the two. Whoa! Ajaku's down! Get up! He's got to call it a knockdown, even though it might have been a push. Save your breath. Save your breath. Get composed. Whoa, is this going to tilt the fight? Is this going to tilt the fight? Ajaku's denying that it's a knockdown, but oh my God, the side of his face is completely swollen. It's even caused a droop there. Davis going in for the kill. Gets confidence of Ajaku going down. Is he now going to finish it? Keep composed. Nothing much coming back from Ajaku as Davis goes in for the kill. We've got 1 minute 30 seconds left in this round. They are going at it. Ajaku comes back with his own shots. Davis goes in for the body shots, the head shots, the uppercuts. Ajaku comes back with his own. This is a shootout in round number 12, just like we like to see. Virgil Hunter will be losing his shit in here. They're gonna kill each other. Yes, it's what we want to see. Lovely uppercut coming in, hook going in from Ajaku to Davis. Guys, we've got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. That knockdown, I don't know how that's going to sway the judges. The home fighter. I wonder how they're going to score this now. Interesting. The jab coming out at range. Ajaku slips under. Backhand coming in from Davis. Ajaku comes in with his own 1-2 combinations. The straight hands, the hooks. Davis evades that. 1-2 coming in from Ajaku. Body shots coming in from Davis on the inside. Both guys toe to toe. Uppercut coming in from Davis. Swing there from Ajaku. Davis slips under it. The hook comes out again. We've got Sonny Edwards screaming his head off at the side of the ring. What a good fight this is. I don't even care who wins it. It was a good fight and I was entertained. We are going into the final 10 seconds of this fight. I knew this was going to be a good fight. I knew it. Ajaku's going for it at the end of this. He wants to make sure that he wins it. Both guys smiling at each other. Good fight. Very good fight. Both of them raise their hands as they go back to the corner. Doctor, look at his eye. It's literally underneath the eye starting to fold over the top bit. Get the doctor to look at the eye. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fight. Get something on the eye, please. That Lee Eaton picking up ish. Yeah, good fight, good fight. Andrew, I don't know. Not down. I don't know. For the sake of it, I'm going to say that it was karma. We all live for these nights. We do. Andrew wanted Ish to win. Legal Eagles is saying, holy moly, what a fight. Emma Willis wanted Ish to win, but she's got 9-3 Ajaku with a tear. Just the one tear. We'll see. Nah, it was a knockdown. I think that was a knockdown. They're not going to replay it again. Hold on, here we go. Oh, it looks like he tripped over his own feet. Bit of a tricky one that is. Could it be? Could be a flash, but it looked like he tripped over his own feet. He protested it, but don't matter now. Let's see. It's a knockdown on the card, so we'll see. His face is going to end up like Elephant Man with the post-fight sweat. Yeah, it's a horrible, horrible eye. So good work from both of them, though. Very, very good match. You know, when it takes this long for them to score it. I wonder if they're going to give it a draw. Everyone's saying it's quite close. I'm going with Emma, 9-3. Daz is saying Ajaku. You reckon it was a trip? I don't think so. To be fair, I haven't looked at the whole card, Andrew, and if I'm honest, it hasn't been advertised as well as I thought it would have been. So I've only literally kept my eye on the main event. So come on, let's go. Let's see what's happening with these judges. Wasn't a close one. Good fight, though. Best I've seen Ajaku. He's good. Emma, he's really good with Swifty. The last fight that he had out was the first fight that he had with him. And I thought, yeah, definitely seen the improvements. Spoke to both of them. Swifty's amazing. They work really well together. Hold on. Is it time? Is it time, ladies and gentlemen? Scores at the doors. Come on. God, they still haven't made their mind up yet. Are we ready? Everyone's milling around the ring. Here we go. Howard Foster, 115, 112. 115, 112 Ishmael. 114, 113. Ooh, splitty witty. Who? Kievan. They gave it to Kievan. Congratulations. There is fairness in the world of boxing. There is still fairness in the world of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Kievan Ajaku. Fantastic work. Love the fight. Wasn't bothered who won, but it's good to see that it happened that way. Crazy scorecards, yeah. Howard, when I heard Howard Foster, bless you, Howard, I just knew it was going to be something a little outrageous. But congratulations to Kievan. And you know what's really good as well, because obviously he's not signed by anybody. He's like a free agent. Don't get me wrong. He's been getting the fights, but yeah. So congratulations. Good work. And it just goes to show, because I don't like when fighters switch and swap coaches, but it's worked. It's worked for him because he's had a few coaches. I think he's had 3 since I first interviewed him. 3 coaches, 2 promotional companies, and he's found his way. But yeah, Swift is definitely good for him. Onwards and upwards. There's Beefy in the ring as well. Where's Callum? Callum's not there. Yeah, really, really, really good work. But dear God, get that eye sorted out. Yes, Emma, crazy scorecards. Red Macca, good evening to you. Foster should retire. Andrew says Howard Foster is a special individual. Chris Welsh says sack Howard Foster. That's a great fight. Yes, it definitely was. We've got 591 of you in the chat at the moment. Please, I'm asking you nicely to subscribe to the channel, share, do all the magical stuff to help the channel grow. Join in the chat. As you can see, we've got some amazing people that are in the chat. We all get involved. We all have a little bit of banter, even though it's been mainly fights this evening. But get involved in the chat. Like I said, I've got the best subscribers on YouTube, all how much thousand of them that I've got now. We are on the road to 10,000. The channel that's been going since, I think it was December 2020, something that I started as a hobby in lockdown and then managed to worm my way into being able to go to press conferences, meet with great people, fighters, trainers, teams, managers, everybody in between. And obviously, I have the pleasure now of having a great audience when I do these live watch alongs on the weekend. So if you've just joined us, this is the Crocker versus Donovan 2 live watch along. It is conversation and commentary. There is no footage. So it's nice to know I'm not getting spammed by people saying, have you got a link? No, I haven't. Watch it on DAZN, just like everyone else is. So there's been a lot happening in boxing at the moment. Obviously, you know, in the early hours of the morning, or if you're from the States, your evening time, your night time, we've got a phenomenal fight between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford. A good fight. We know that Bud's coming up a few weights. We've seen several pictures of him over the weeks before the fight. Some may say it's Photoshop because he looks slightly different as he got on the scales a couple of days ago. But it's their fight night tonight. I'm looking forward to that. I've been looking at it, and I remember obviously Terence's last fight and with Israel Madrimov. And I think if Ismail Madrimov actually turned the gas on a little bit, he might have actually won that fight. It was a tricky fight. I'm a fan of Israel anyway. I do like the Soviet style boxing, that side that I do like their style of boxing, hence Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev. You know, they're my kind of styles that I like to watch. Canelo seems to be taking this fight extremely serious with the sparring that he's got in. He looks in phenomenal shape, but there's a different kind of animal in him. You know, His Excellency's recently announced that he's given him a 3-fight deal, multi-million-dollar deal, etc., etc. So it seems as if I don't know, he's got his hunger back. Obviously, his last fight was with, I think it was Skull, and there was a bit of a complaint of how the fight wasn't necessarily the exciting Canelo style fights that we get. Is he going to ramp it up, and are we going to get that style coming back from him? It would be nice to see Terence Crawford win. I just think Canelo's going to win. But sometimes I'm never right with these things. It's one of them. You don't really know, do you? You just got to wait for this evening later on in the night to find out. It should be a good fight because Terence is a phenomenal fighter, but I don't know. There's just seems to be a different animal in Sal. But what I do like, and I will shout out Sal Canelo Alvarez, because the way that he silenced that Max Kellerman that was literally riding and into the sunset until Canelo had to put him in his place and say boxing is big, because he tried to undermine boxing and basically say now, because of obviously this new promotional company, etc., involving Dana White, obviously His Excellency, that boxing was nothing until this started, which was very disrespectful. That's the way I saw it. But Canelo, even though his paymasters are sat there, he sat in that seat so confident, and he went, don't say that, because boxing is big anyway. Don't undermine the work that we've done, the work that our promoters have done. And that made me admire Canelo even more, because he stood up and said something. That wasn't the only person that stood up and said something. We had a journalist, and apologies, the name slipped me at the moment, but he decided to try and put Dana on the spot, asking him about the new UBO, the amendment that they're trying to create with the Muhammad Ali Act, that will benefit basically a promotional company such as TKO. Less transparency. I've done videos on this. You can go and have a look where I do break down what can happen with these UBOs, and how, if you look at a long-term strategy, it could potentially phase out what we know as the WBC, WBO, IBO belts. They could literally be phased out, because it would be this UBO. It becomes the prestige, and it can literally push other things to the side. Your manager and your promotional company can be the same thing. It can lead to things like, not saying nepotism, but they'll have their favorites. It will be the best that fight the best. You've got to think about new fighters trying to make a name for themselves. There's a lot of downsides to it. And there are some good sides. Like I said, the insurance policies, that's something that I do talk about quite a lot. I mean, look at Kievan Ajaku's eye. Prime example why you should have really good private healthcare insurance as a fighter. Yes, Andrew, right, that's it. Sean Zittel. I do apologize. Couldn't remember his name, but yeah, he stood above the parapet and had his say. I did ask you guys to give me your opinion if you thought it was the right time to say it. I'd argue that, I believe, is there a right time? Would he have got that private interview that he wanted? Had he tried to get it before and it hadn't happened? So he took his chance and thought, I'm going to ask it now. But what would have been nice is, just to seal it off, would have been some questions for the fighters. So it didn't come like he was just going for that angle. However, he said what he said. Now, when you look at it, you think, okay, so what's the backlash of this? Is he now going to be censored? Is he going to be able to attend any press conferences? Or because obviously they didn't like what he said, will he lose his accreditation? Will he be there tonight? Will he be escorted off the building? It's all weird and wonderful stuff. And guys, you need to let me know in the comments as well. Do you believe that the media is the media, and we're asking the right questions, and we're asking challenging questions? Or do you think that we're just pandering to the promoters and not really pushing them and asking them hard questions? One of the promoters that always credited my questions was Eddie, because he said, Eddie Hearn, he said I'd always ask really good questions. But since he said that, I haven't had him back on the channel for a little while. So I'm looking forward to catching up with Eddie and potentially speaking to him about all what's going on with the TKO. I think I saw a conversation with him. It might have been the Stomping Ground, where he said he doesn't believe that it's been a different type of promotion, not the type of promotion that he would have done. And I will agree. It just seems like there wasn't much out there. Like, there wasn't much in your face. Like, don't get me wrong, we're seeing Canelo, we're seeing Crawford everywhere. But what about the undercard fighters? A fighter that I'm really happy to see that's back out is Jermaine Franklin. Not really seeing much of him. You have to really go looking for this stuff. If it's, say, for example, if it's a Matchroom or if it's a Queensbury card, we are flooded. Flooded. The timeline is flooded with continuous news, continuous bite-sized pieces of information from the fight that's coming up. And that's the difference. But we'll see. Let me go into the chat. I think I've just seen my favorite pop in. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got a few. Yeah, it's definitely been a good card. Daza. James Wood, full props to you. Just subscribed. I always bang on commentary and views about the fights. Thank you very much, James. I do appreciate that a lot. Every subscription counts. So warm welcome to you. Nathan says, I've got Canelo winning with a split decision. According to the judges, maybe a draw amongst fans. A couple of people have said a draw. Richard Brown was reading an old boxing forum recently and saw comments from October Red. Just wondering if that was you. Tell us what the comments was and I'll tell you if it was me. I don't think there's another one, but so probably was me. Don't know what I said. Andrew, a lot of people are picking Crawford. The odds are close. And that's one thing I never understand about the odds, but I don't gamble. But that's probably a good thing. Richard is saying, I think Crawford wins. Rooting for Crawford. This is from Daza. Seen him versus Ricky Burns. Afternoon. AP, evening. Max Kellerman is a melt. Can anyone remember he tried to start? No, he didn't, AP. He could never have tried to start it out as a rapper. Are you joking? What year was that? Ill. His own mother has written a book about him. Is that Max Kellerman, Mom? Interesting. Emma saying Canelo should win. Wonder if he'll carry Crawford like he usually does in the fights. We'll see. Nathan saying that he had rhymes. Kellerman had rhymes in the early 90s. Wow. He obviously weren't that good if I hadn't heard of him, because I follow hip hop quite closely. They used to call him Behave. You lot are trolling now. Honestly, can't remember what he was like, but I don't think he was terrible for the time. Right, I'm going to have to go and look. I'm going to have to go and find him now. Chris is saying Davis needs to fight at distance and use a jab. He fought the wrong fight, which is what you said. You said that Kievan wanted to get in on the inside and it was his type of fight. But I did say it would be dangerous for Kievan on the inside. And my God, was it with that swollen eye. I see a term we're getting the same treatment. This is from Nathan. Treatment AJ got when his sponsors thought he was the cash cow. I hope he stays in the zone. I think hopefully he'll be all right. But nobody can predict the future. I think the future is bright for Moses because he's quite level-headed. I have spoken to him several times off camera. Just can't pin him down to get him on camera, but he's extremely mature for his age. When you're speaking to him, it's not like speaking to a 20-year-old. He's fully focused. He's got a little bit of a cheeky side to him. So he's one of these that you couldn't have bullied him if he was at school because he's always going to have something to say. He's like that. And I think we see a little bit of that in the ring, but I wish him all the best. We'll see what happens. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. Speaking of Anthony Joshua, he called out Tyson Fury the other day, so gave Joseph Parker props, then mentioned that he got Fabio Wardley's dad a job when he used to work in recruitment. It was a bit random. And then obviously he's saying that he wants to fight Tyson Fury, the fight that we'd all like to see. That's a lovely outfit that Paddy Donovan's got on. I do like that. So we'll see what happens there. Tyson Fury's been out on his social media, literally blanked everything that Anthony Joshua said. So God knows what's going to happen there. Who is Anthony Joshua going to fight? You know what? Let him fight Derek Chisora. Yeah, there you go. I said it. Why not? See, I thought Vanilla Ice was okay, but you're saying they were out at the same time. It's not even ringing a bell. Who is Moses fighting next? Top 10. Good question. I'll leave that for the chat. We'll see. 1994, he was rapping. I was still at school then. Oh my gosh, Karma's saying she's seen the rap video. As soon as I get off this live, I'm gonna be looking at Max Kellerman rapping. Chris is saying Donovan outboxes Crocker easy, just like the first. Donovan just needs to not throw after the bell. Discipline is key. Will he burn out young? Who knows? It depends. I think there's a lot of pressure on him because we keep on saying, oh, he hasn't been tested yet. Oh, we haven't seen what happens when he gets hit yet. Because he's quick. He's got quick feet and he's got quick hands. As he goes up, as he experiences more fighters, there's somebody will catch him. But for now, with the opponents that he's in with, and some of them, they can whack. They're just not catching him. What I said is I'd like to see him fight someone young like him, young and fresh. I mentioned him fighting Justice Honey. Why not? It was something that was mentioned before. Why not? Jared Anderson. Is it Torres? Get him in with one of those guys. What's the point of like you said, oh, we'll build the fights for later on. He can fight one of those guys. Or are they going to push him towards somebody that's on their way out again, that's a name that he can obviously add to his list? Look, however he's managed, they're going to be careful with him because as a business person, you're going to want to get the most out of your fighter. And that means longevity in years, getting them in, reasonable enough fights to keep their name growing. You have to be strategic with somebody like him. And remember, he's only 20. Theoretically, he could retire before he's 30. Richard saying, I think Moses versus Miller next will be interesting. But every time Miller gets almost since the Dubois fight, it's like he's almost got into a fight and then it hasn't happened. So I'd rather see Jared Anderson because at least then it's more or less something that could happen. So Richard's saying, I think Moses versus Miller next will be interesting. Maybe Baby Miller can take him some rounds. Yeah, he's a big old lump, isn't he? Legal Eagles is saying, yeah, he definitely used to rap. Yeah, I know you mean, big Baby Miller. Nathan, why was Paddy wearing a do-rag and cornrows? I don't know. I didn't notice it. Did he wear the cane rolls? Yeah, so his hair doesn't go all over the place. And he's put the do-rag on so it keeps cane rolls neat. Nathan. I do like that graffiti writing on the back of Crocker's clothing. I do like that. So it's sort of like the anarchist writing. History in the making, Stuff Island. Yes, first world championship there. It is history in the making. It is a significant night for boxing. So if you've just tuned in, I'm just catching up with the chat. I'm Abs of October Red. Welcome to all of you. This is a live watch along. There is no footage, only conversation and commentary. The time is now. We are going to the main event. It is part 2 to Crocker Donovan. Interesting fight. Looking forward to it. Remember how they were mouthing off at each other the first time? Remember how it's gone this time? Good. I'm looking forward to it. But I just think Paddy's just going to do it. I don't know what Crocker's done in the background. So who knows? I could be wrong. That's it. Richard Torres. That's who I was thinking about. Fight him. French heavyweight. Are you thinking of Tony Yoka? Andrew. A guy like Richard Torres from the USA could give him problems as he's quick Southpaw. Okay, Southpaw like Moses then. Yeah, but he's a prospect for top rank. Bob won't risk it. Look what happened to Jared Anderson. Bring Jared Anderson. Bring it. Forget Miller. He doesn't deserve a fight for what he did. That comes in from Chris Welch. Top rank will be bought out by TKO. Interesting comment. Why do you think that, Nathan? Is there some rumblings that we don't know about here? Yeti 78. There is only one Irishman. Crocker identified as British. Okay. Is my audio a bit iffy? Oh, I don't know. It could be the Wi-Fi. Ben Shalom isn't doing interviews because he's growing compound on his own. He's not going to do any interviews until everything is sorted. And I don't blame him. With all of this catastrophic mess that's going on, with them sorting everything out, I wouldn't be doing any interviews either. Not when you've got legals going around and obviously the reporting's copped hold of it. I've got hold of it. So really you don't want to be doing any interviews because everybody's going to be asking you questions that you can't answer. Yeah, Tony Yoka was looking for a fight with Anthony Joshua, but we'll see what happens there. BJC, Saver, my stream went down. I'll listen to Miss Red. Thank you. I'm honored. Does it sound like I'm underwater? 1 second. Let me mess with the now if I mess with the settings, it will take me off the stream. Oh, I don't know. Could be the mic. I've had this mic for a little bit. It is a Shure mic, but it's probably a bit old. So I do apologize if I sound like a Dalek. But we are going into the main event now, as you can see. Paddy, the real deal, Donovan. The support that's turned up, that pitch looks packed. Beautiful summer's eve fight as well. Look at his pack there. They definitely did sell out, didn't they? So Nathan saying apparently Top Rank only got a deal with the platform known as Stars, and they offered them one show a month with a budget of $1 million. Top Rank has downsized. Fighters management has been let go. Oh dear. Karma's saying the audio sounds fine. Okay, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it's your ears. Maybe it's your ears. Maybe not. Look at this. I love when, you know what? Us as boxing fans are so passionate. Look how many people have turned out for these guys. What a beautiful sport. The best sport in the world. Both guys are in the center of the ring. I like to call it red, their last rites. They're not going to die, but it's like, yeah. This is brilliant. AP, I'll come back to your comment in a bit. Mark Todd, can we see what? Mark, can we see what? What would you like to see? Dare I ask? Here we go. Round number 1. Both guys into the center of the ring. We've got Donovan as he pours out that hand. No, I haven't got a link for the fight. No one's got a link for the fight. Crocker with a wide stance, keeping that right hand gelled to the chin as they both pour out their jabs. Southpaw from Donovan. Lovely outfit he's got on. Look at his shoes as well. But he's starting yet. They're both just feeling each other out. I'm trying to remember how round 1 went of the first fight. But if you've just joined us on Abs of October Red, this is a live watch along. There is no footage. It's conversation and commentary. Get involved in the chat. Because I can't show you any footage. Because obviously I don't want my channel locked off. So find your own way to watch it. But if you're into conversation and commentary, stay here. Put both of them on as these two guys literally feel themselves out. Pause. Nobody's throwing any meaningful shots yet. I wonder if this is going to be a tentative first round. We're already halfway through. Donovan looks trying to. It looks like Donovan's trying to get inside, throwing a little feint there. 1-2 comes in from Donovan straight away, trained by the experienced former champion himself, former fighter, Andy Lee. Andy Lee's got Tyson Fury, now retired in his stable, Hamza Shiraz. Ben Whittaker has recently joined. I don't know why I've seen David Avanesian floating around. I don't know if he's training him. I haven't checked. But yeah, Andy Lee, a really good trainer, understands the sport, knows the fight game, and is an excellent coach, and has been with Paddy Donovan, and he used to train his brother for a long time now. I think they're from the same town. I think they're from Limerick. So they've got that bond where they are literally townsmen, not just countrymen, but they're townsmen. They know each other. Already round number 1 has gone, but there's nothing much from them. And this is the kind of anticlimactical start you can have with a fight when we've just come from a toe-to-toe brutal war. And then we're expecting it. The adrenaline's still in us from the first fight. But this has not quite started yet as the first round is over. Billy Nelson, the coach of Lewis Crocker, gets into the ring. And they put an advertisement on so we can't hear what the corners have said. We have got 1,100 people watching live. So thank you very much to all of you that have joined. Hit the subscribe button. Help the channel to grow. If you're new here, I'm Abs of October Red. I do lots of things on the channel to do with boxing, interviews, lives, reviews, podcasts, all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. Get involved in the chat. Hit the subscribe button. There is no footage. It's conversation and commentary. Left hook to the body. That's coming in from Billy Nelson to Crocker. Interesting. Nothing much has happened in the first round, ladies and gentlemen. Both very tentative to start off with. We've got the Southpaw versus the Orthodox. Let's see if round 2 picks up. My adrenaline is still up here from the fight with Ishmael Davis versus Kevin Ajaku. Kevin Ajaku wins on split decision points. Scorecards were a bit... the guys on commentary was sort of like sat on the fence, trying to back the home fighter, saying it was close, etc., etc. It was a good fight. As you see, Paddy Donovan stays on the front foot. He's trying to walk his opponent backwards. Crocker stands there with that wide stance, both of them looking for the openings. I just want to see one of them take a little bit of a chance now. We're going into round number 2. Let's have a look. Even if you just... Here we go. Donovan's up in the pace as he throws his feints. Crocker's coming in. I think that backhand is poised. Ready to... Yeah. The backhand goes to the body. Crocker reads the signal, moves backwards. He throws the jab and the backhand to the body of Donovan. We're in round number 2 of 12. I just thought it would have started off a little bit quicker in round number 2. Okay, give them round number 1 to feel each other out. Let's start to get some work going. Feints coming in from the feet with Paddy Donovan as Crocker tries to push forward. Donovan holds strong, walks forward. It looks like he's just trying to get that backhand in once again as it goes to the body, but Crocker reads it and just moves backwards. He sort of like dips low, throws in his backhand to the body of Donovan. Donovan comes back with a sharp backhand to the head of Crocker. Jab to the head for Crocker. Here we go. The punches are now starting to come through at last. she says. Nice movement from Crocker there, keeping that head moving all the time. Donovan using his feints, keeping the guard high. 1-2. Comes in from Donovan. I like that movement that Donovan's got there, but I do like the wide stance from Crocker. I like the way that he's moving, he's keeping his head offline. Both of them anticipating, is the other person going to throw? Feints with the shoulders, feints with the feet, feints with the head. It's all going off here, but nobody's actually throwing the punches yet. 1-2, backhand. Right, round number 2 gone. I need it to just warm up a little bit. Or am I being impatient, guys? Let me just jump back in the chat. AP said, has Shalom gone to the BBC to do a reboot? A reboot of In the Broom Cupboard with Gordon the golfer. Always thought he had a touch of, oh, AP. No, sorry, Mark. But thanks, you know, yeah, no worries. What's your opinion on Rashidi Ellis? Not done enough on him, Richard. Not done enough. Don't apologize. It's cool. Paddy versus Norman. B Norman next year. Big fight. He looks disheartened already, Crocker. Does he? James Wood. Does Crocker look sharper than last time? He looks composed. I'll give him that, but I just want to see a little bit more from both of them. Yes, it's a 12-round fight. No, there is no point in rushing. But I expect things to start to warm up now. We are in round number 3 of 12. And like I said, from the fast-paced fight that we've just had to this, it's kind of like, but I don't want to switch off just in case I miss anything. Just start boxing, guys. Suss it out as you go on. So Donovan throws out a jab, but Crocker slips it. 1, 2, 3. That's better from Crocker. Don't get me wrong, it didn't land clean, but he's throwing something. Nice quick combination. 1, 2, 3 from the orthodox stance. Are they counting that? Guys, what have I just missed? Did he get something on the way in? Oh, wow. Wow. That was a counter punch that got him. Wow. That's early. From nothing to a counter, and he goes down. Right, it's going to warm up now. So you can see the frustration in Donovan's face. Like, how have I let this happen? Can't believe this has happened. The frustration. So now we're looking at timing then. Like what the commentary was saying. So shout out to the commentary. They were saying that they believe that Crocker is trying to lead him in. The mind games coming from Billy Nelson is to get him to come in, which has happened again. But it's sped up now because now they're starting to box. Donovan went down, but it's such a sharp counter, Richard. I barely even saw it. Right, Crocker now moving with a little bit more confidence. The jab comes out from Donovan. Backhand comes in from Crocker. Right, both of them. You've got a lot of feinting with the hands coming from Donovan. Crocker looking to find his way in once again. Donovan comes in with the 1-2, pushes Crocker back. The 2 just skims the face of Crocker. Jab comes in from Crocker. Jab to the body from Crocker. Jab to the body from Donovan. Gosh, round number 3. Is this round number 3 or round number 4? God, this has took a little while. But you can see there, Crocker's mindful of what's coming in from Donovan. He's aware that Donovan's got that power. I need to hear what Andy Lee's going to say to him in the corner. Please. Head over legs, timing and pace. Let's have a look. Jab. Let's have a look. Jab. All right, yeah, he was an overhand. Overhand left. Overhand left that got him. Overhand left. Yep, just on the equilibrium. Wow, interesting. Look at the crowd, the reaction. One person's holding his head. Head off center, uppercut, overhands. Those are the instructions that he's getting from Billy Nelson. Emma, you've got it to Donovan. Even with the knockdown, even with how tentative they were. I've got it to Crocker. This is why I don't score. Right, here we go. Crocker on the back foot, Donovan on the front foot. Crocker said, his corner said head over legs, but you can see that he doesn't want Crocker is really mindful, almost fearful of what's going to come back from Donovan. He doesn't want to feel that. He's in the fight, but look at what happened. He almost has this flinch-like behavior when Donovan comes forward. Unless he's playing possum to try and get Donovan come in. Backhand coming in. Both of them still a little bit tentative. The backhand goes into the body from Donovan to Crocker. Crocker keeps his head offline, just like his coach has been telling him to. The parry, the shots. Paddy's got that. Donovan's got that hand ready to parry out that jab that's coming in from Crocker. We are in round number 4 of 12. One, two. Oh, wow! Both of them landed a shot. Crocker was wobbled. Donovan was a little bit unsteady on his feet. Woo! Here we go. Now we're starting to wake up. That was a good shot from both of them. The timing. Donovan's got some power in his shots. And you can see why Crocker's a little bit tentative. Sorry if you got a bit of earache then of me screaming. Right, the feints, the 1-2 coming in from Donovan. You can see he just wants to throw that backhand as he does. Crocker moves out the way. 1-2 coming in from Crocker. 1-2 from Donovan. Crocker smiles in the face of him. Backhand comes in from Donovan. Crocker on the back foot, but comfortable on the back foot. Donovan throws in the jab to the stomach, jab to the head of Crocker. 1-2 coming in from Donovan. Here we go. Now we're getting the momentum going. We are in round number 4 of 12. It's world title fight. 1-2, nice work. Body shot coming in from Donovan there. Backhand coming in from Crocker. Jab coming in from Crocker to the head of Donovan. Donovan comes in with the backhand as a counter at 1-2. Crocker shells up as the shots coming in from Donovan. 1-2. He's got to be careful with that timing as well, because Crocker can time Donovan coming in like he did last time. Careful after the bell. we don't want to repeat of last time. That was better. Come on, I need to hear what Andy Lee's saying. Shush commentary, please. They've gone to the. Oh, I really want to hear what the corners were saying. They were brilliant in Sunderland last week. They were absolutely amazing in Sunderland. They cut the comms, then you could listen to the corner. God's sake. I'm just going into the chat. Donovan might be 3 points down, needs to do something. Yet he's saying it's a long 12 rounds. Oh, rounds not score. Okay. Got ya. Really impressed by Crocker's adaptability so far, which I thought he never had. Clearly gone away and done some work, hasn't he? He's going against what he wants to do, Yeti. Okay, I'll leave you two to talk about that. Crocker needs to stop playing this coy game and get stuck in. Sorry, AP. Literally deaf in one ear. Emma, I get excited when they start fighting. Jay Sharp, good greetings and good evening to you. Hopefully you're going to be watching Canelo Crawford later. Nice little treat for you over that side. Yeah, they definitely both got rocked. And Richard says, I thought Donovan would win quite easily. But it sounds like it's a little bit of a tough fight. To be fair, Crocker's a little bit tentative, but I think that makes him a little bit dangerous as well, because I'm not sure if he's playing possum to get Donovan to come in, because it's like he wants Donovan to walk onto something so he can get him with a counter, you know? His coach has told him to use the uppercut, the left uppercut and the overhand right, which seemed to work, which got Donovan down earlier, but he hasn't been able to execute that this time round. But we've got some nice movement. He seems to parry in the jab that Donovan is throwing out to him. He's using that left hand of his to parry that right hand jab that's coming in from Donovan. Tentative fight from both of them. We got stuck in a little bit, but when they did, both of them, like Andrew quite rightly said, they got rocked. So I think they're both mindful of that. Crocker more mindful so than Donovan. Donovan, he'll go in. He's prepared to get hurt. Let's have a look. Jab going in there. 1-2 coming in from Donovan to Crocker. Donovan on the front foot, throwing in the backhand. Double jab coming in from Donovan. Jab coming in from Donovan. Crocker just moving and jibing. Not really landing anything. He's been moving my head like I'm in there with it as well. Crocker throwing like a lazy backhand to the body. I think he's trying to get Donovan to come in so we can counter him. But even though Donovan's coming in, it's not like he's found the correct timing to counter him. We are in round number 5 of 12. Slightly, I will be honest, slightly anticlimactical compared to the fight that we had on previously. But sometimes that's just the way it goes. Oh my God! And once again, he catches him coming in and he's down and his legs are wobbled. Oh my God! His legs were wobbled. His legs have gone, mates. Crocker has been playing possum all the way through this fight to get Donovan to come in so he can counter him. That is phenomenal mind games work there. Phenomenal. His legs are not good. Excuse me. I almost swore. Shut up and let me listen to the corner. Well, all I heard Andy Lee say was, don't worry about it. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at his legs. Look, look, look. Overhand, which is what Billy Nelson told him to do. Uppercut, the overhand. Oh, what? You know when you okay. Look how tentative the fight started out, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Crocker was calculating everything that he was doing. Everything he's done has been to a plan. That's what you call. That's what you see when it comes to a plan. Donovan is now going to get in his feelings. He could get reckless and it could make him more dangerous, but he's got to step on the gears. We are going into round number 6 of 12. Wow. Everyone was saying how the fight was going to go, myself included, because of how it was won last time. Meanwhile, Crocker's gone away, got his study books out, and has learnt the trade. This is why we love the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in round number 6 of 12. This is the rematch. Crocker, Donovan 2. It's going differently to how it was going last time. Yes, we understand that Crocker had it the last time, the way the fight ended, but this time it's more competent. Paddy Donovan has been knocked down twice, and it's by the same shot. Going back into the corner, Billy Nelson has told him uppercut, overhand. Crocker keeps moving on the back foot, waiting for Donovan to come in, and then he's countering him. Donovan looks like he's trying to up the pace a little bit here. He knows what's happening. But now we're seeing a variation of shots coming in from Crocker. The body shot that he whips underneath the right hand of Donovan. Oh my God. My adrenaline's gone back up, ladies and gentlemen. It's gone back up. We have a fight. And we have a IQ boxing match. Right, the jab's coming in from Donovan as he pushes Crocker back, but Crocker says, nope, not having it. He walks forward, keeps his head moving, keeps the guard high, parries the jab that's coming out from Donovan, goes for the body shot with the jab. Double jab coming in from Donovan. Wow. Round number 6 is almost over. We've got just under a minute left. Nice, lovely jab there coming in from Donovan. Double jab body shot coming in from Donovan. Get more backhand coming in there. It's amazing, isn't it, how you can really throw a lot of shots during the round and then you just wait for the fighter to come in and you're timing and you get to knock them down. Because on the surface of it, it's not power, it's timing. And it's like he doesn't really need to throw the shots because he's just waiting for Donovan. It's almost like a cheat code, right? Look at the movement. Look at them both fencing with each other. Oh, I'm gonna have to get. However this fight ends tomorrow, I'm gonna have to get Billy Nelson on the blower. Hold on, let's have a listen. Right, get on the front foot. Box to your pace. He's boxing to your pace now. We're ahead. Listen, we're ahead. Look, it's the timing. It's timing. It's all about timing with this. James, I'm going to leave Emma Willis. Where are you? Emma Willis is brilliant at scoring the rounds. I'm not scoring the rounds. I just can't believe how this fight has literally switched on its head. Wow. Talk about timing. This is a world title. Oh, here we go. Right, let's have a look. We need composure here, and we need boxing brain. We are going into round number 7 of 12. Make him dance to your tune. Derry, spot on. Gosh, I really thought Paddy was going to have this. Right, here we go. Right, Donovan's looking like he's trying to come in a little bit more aggressive, but on the guard because he knows that Crocker's going to try and time him. The backhand comes out from Donovan. Once again, Crocker just is moving. He's keeping his shape. He's throwing out the. He's not throwing the jab. He's feinting. The jab's a feint. It's a feint to cause a reaction from Donovan. He's trying to get him to come in, playing possum. Head movement, rolling around, forcing Paddy to come in, like he says, dancing to his tune. What a good boxing match. What a entertaining night. Nice jab coming in from both of them. Paddy throws one, lands. Crocker throws his also lands. Really good feinting, like the feinting with both fighters looking to parry that jab. Trying to knock that jab hand out the way so they can land the backhand. Nice backhand landed there from Donovan to Crocker. Here we go. Nice backhand landed from Crocker to Donovan. Good work. Nice backhand coming in from Donovan. They're literally looking, thinking, trying to find the openings. I would have loved to have listened to what Andy Lee said to Donovan coming back in from those rounds after the knockdown. The only thing I heard him say is, "You're all right," like trying to keep him calm. But what was the advice? What's the plan? When somebody's forced you to come in, how do you deal with that? Look at that, the movement and double jab coming in from Donovan. Jab falling short from Crocker. The backhand also. Got 40 seconds left of round number 7 of 12. Both gentlemen in the center of the ring. Back out comes there. Donovan lands a sweet one. Crocker just shakes it off, like to say, nah, didn't work. You know what? We saw him flinching, Crocker almost flinching at the work, that giving Donovan that false confidence to come forward, and that's how he was catching. Oh my God. Beautiful work, boxing brain. You learn something new from watching these fighters. Really good work, and there was a nice body jab that goes in from Donovan to Crocker. Sorry, I'm in awe of the work that's been done by Crocker to fool Donovan. You're giving him the opportunity to counter you. He goes, adjust when you can, throw the 1-2 and roll out. Keep moving. He's looking at his coach like he doesn't yeah, he doesn't, he looks really, really unsure of himself, but like, oh, disheartened almost. That's the face of Paddy Donovan as he gets up off the stool, coming back out to go into the center of the ring. We are now going into, I believe, it's round number 8 of this 12-round fight. So far, Paddy Donovan has been knocked down twice. It seems as if Lewis Crocker was playing possum earlier on in this fight. He's able to nullify the jab that Donovan tries to throw out. The both of them they're parrying each other's jab. It's something that can't really get through. They're getting success with the backhands, but it's the overhand that seems to be working from Crocker. It's all right. I was just looking at these guys' scores. I didn't bother looking at them. Pointless. I know. That's what I was just. Andrew, you just saw my face. Forget it. I'm not even looking at the screen. We'll just work with what we've got in here. At least we've got the honest commentary coming in from Sonny Edwards. He says what he sees. To be fair, Frampton's good as well. So I'm just catching little ears from the guys on commentary as I'm speaking to you guys. Right, we're in round number 8 of 12. A good fight so far, a challenging fight, a mental fight, not necessarily a physical fight going into this one from what we've seen before when we had the total shootout between Ishmael Davis and Kevin Ajako. This is a thinking fight. This fight is the one that's going to exhaust you because it's total IQ. Throwing in with the punches. A frustrating fight, I believe, for Paddy Donovan. Crocker just seems more relaxed, kind of get what he's doing now. At first, I thought he was fearful, but no, he was playing a game. He's nullifying all the work that Donovan could possibly do, making his work seem minimal, not as aggressive, not as calculated, not as sharp and as crisp as it usually is. Almost like he studied everything, every fight that Paddy Donovan's had. Some good work here. Yeah, literally both guys fencing. Like I said, it's almost like Crocker leans in, he pushes that head in, almost like to say, I'm here, hit me, so he can get in with that counter. Donovan's obviously wary of that now, using his own head movement to evade some of those shots. You've got to take a risk though, guys. That's what we need. We need a risk. I understand why there may be a little bit of apprehension from Donovan as he's been down twice, but you're going to have to start taking some risks. When you look at the scorecards now, I'm convinced they're going to be in favour of Crocker. That was a beautiful shot landed there by Donovan. That forced Crocker to drop both of his hands to almost get his balance. You're right, dice time. Let me have a look. Let me have a look in the chat. I've missed a few. Right, James Wood, has Donovan run around yet? AP saying, I'm surprised. I thought Donovan was going to end this inside. Listen, AP, I thought the same as you. End it inside 6, 4-2. Paddy Crocker needs to win rounds now. Make him dance to your tune. Crocker distance work been great. MSA needs to work for the shot rather than just waiting, though he's having success. 3-3, but Crocker's clear with the 2 knockdowns. Crocker's just waiting for the right hand. He definitely is, but the timing's working, Yeti. Jay Sharp, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll try my best. Better from Donovan. I gave him that round. I don't know what round that was. Sorry, I'm a bit behind in the chat. Oh, isn't it? It was the last one. Emma saying 5-2 to Paddy. Crocker is doing better, but he's landing few counters every round, and that's it. You don't win rounds that way. He's nullifying the work of Donovan. I don't know how Claudine had it a draw. Anything can happen. And then it's onto Netflix. Spoiled tonight we are. Definitely are. Paddy is a counter boxer and Lewis took it away from him. That's from Yeti. Molly McCann and Stevie Levy got the W. Oh, Stevie won. Fair play to her. Good evening, Ricky. Hope you're good. Dice time. Yeah, it's definitely time to roll the dice. 5-3, kind of boring fight outside of the knockdowns. Who is the home fighter? Paddy Donovan, I'd say. BJC, big up Billy Nelson, needs this one and would be deserved. Nelson knows his onions. 4-4, 76-74 to Crocker. That comes in from Chris Welsh. Callis is saying Paddy Donovan is definitely up. Anyone staying up for Inoue? Yeah, it's well, if you're in America, it's going to be tough for you, but I think it's midday for us in the UK. So I'll be going to bed, getting up for Canelo, having a bit of a kick, and then getting back up to watch Inoue. Crocker sets traps. He definitely does. We're seeing, this is the IQ boxing match, and we are in round number 9 of 12. 1 minute left. Well, just over 1 minute left of that round. Yeah, both of them still being quite tentative. Obviously, the game plan is there now, and Donovan has sussed that, but he's got to push through. We do need, I'd say, beautiful hook coming in from Crocker, but Donovan answers with his own counter. This is what we need. We need a little bit more risk-taking from you guys. But a good fight. It heats up. We've had the 2 knockdowns. It's been unpredictable. The head movement coming in from there as Crocker just throws out to try and jab the body of Donovan. Whoa, see that there? Soon as Donovan throws out the shot, backhand comes straight in from Crocker. Nice work from Donovan there. Just watch the balance on the legs. I think he could capitalize on the balance of the legs of Crocker when he pushes him back to the ropes. That's the second time we've seen that happen with Crocker. His hands drop. It's almost like he loses balance. If Donovan's got that confidence to, literally try and lay into him there, capitalize on that balance, you can get a knockdown yourself. It's a knockdown, isn't it? He's off balance. You touch him, and he goes down. Andrew, I agree, but we've seen this. It's happened before where his hands have dropped and his legs have gone. There's a clear issue with a little bit of balance with him. So knockdowns still keeping Crocker 2 points clear. I love it when you guys score because I'm not doing it. I appreciate that. Crocker setting traps definitely, and Crocker wobbled at the end. Here we go. We're going into round number 10 now. 3 rounds left of this championship 12-round fight. We've got 1,790 people. I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe. If you've just joined us, a warm welcome to you. I'm Abs of October Red. This is a live watch along. There is no footage. It's conversation and commentary. Sorry, you will get me screaming into the mic sometimes. I'm extremely passionate about the sport. And these 2 fights that we've done commentary for have been interesting fights. This one started off slower, but with that, it's been extremely unpredictable, and that has made it a good fight. If it was predictable, we got what we expected, but I like it when it's not predictable, and that's what this fight's done for us so far. So if you are here, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get up to 10K on YouTube, and then we'll look at going up in increments after that. So I appreciate you all here this evening. It's a night of boxing. We're starting off in Ireland. We're going to be heading over to Las Vegas. I don't think I'm doing a watch along for that, but I'll definitely be watching it. And then later on, we head over to Japan for Inoue is at Medvedev, and that's probably going to be about midday-ish UK time. So we've got a nice little marathon of boxing. We are spoilt this weekend as the autumn draws in. Right, let's have a look. Right, Paddy Donovan looks more dominant here. The shots that he's throwing seem to be landing. We're getting the jab, the backhand, work to the body, going quite well as well. His corners obviously had a conversation with him on what he needs to do. The busier fighter, would you say Donovan's the one that's putting more effort into being the busier fighter? But we have had the 2 knockdowns. I'll leave it to you guys, the professionals in the chat that can score the fight. And as I say that, a lovely backhand was landed from Donovan, but then Crocker lands his own and just a little bit of a dip in the legs of Donovan, but he stayed up. Could we be getting more dangerous in this fight? We've got less than a minute left in round number 10 of 12. I like this because it's such an unpredictable fight. Getting a little bit more busy work from Crocker now, almost like Donovan's goading Crocker to come forward. Donovan now potentially goes onto the back foot, tries to get him, plays him at his own game, gets him to come in so he can counter him. It's working because Crocker's coming forward. Lovely head movement and body movement from Crocker. I do like that. I do admire that. Obviously, that's down to the work in the gym with them sticks poking out at you. Really good, continuous head movements. Emma's saying Crocker needs to win these last 3 rounds or get a KO. David Lawrence Graham, thank you very much. Yes, definitely. Hit the like button. Why not? It's free. The wide base is messing up Crocker's balance. Yeah, and he does have a really wide stance. The jab is winning you the fight. This is the advice from Andy Lee to Paddy Donovan. Just keep jabbing him because that's what's going to win the fight. Nelson gives him a hug as he goes into round number 11. Oh, I missed what he said. Guys, please feel free to put what Billy Nelson said. Round number 11. We love it. Nearly there. 2 rounds left with these guys. 93-96 Cordina has got Donovan up. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Getting that jab. He's listening to his trainer. He's throwing out that jab. The feint with the jab, the head movement from Crocker. He's throwing out the jab, the counter. Like a little screw shot came in from Crocker there. A 1-2 came in from Donovan. 1-2 comes back from Crocker. He's saying, I'm here. I'm still in the fight. You're not going to get away with doing that to me. And I like that. There's spite there with the two gentlemen. Nice feints with their hand going out there. Nice head movement from Donovan as he moves in to try and use that double jab, the backhand, flicking out the jab, listening to his corner, listening to what his coach is saying, the jab and the sort of like that long hook that goes to the body coming out from Donovan. Jab to the backhand to the body. So we're looking at a southpaw stance. The jab coming out from Donovan once again. Crocker just moving, but not really throwing many shots of his own. And one jab comes out. Donovan moves around to the right, throwing more shots. And this is what the judge is going to look at. The jab coming out once again from Donovan. Crocker tries to get inside. 1, 2, 3 coming in from Crocker. You have got the crowd on their feet as these guys are in the final rounds of this 12-round fight. They call it the championship rounds. As he throws out his 1, 2, 3. This is the work from Donovan. More busy. Crocker starting to feel the pressure. Throws in that body shot. Goes to throw the overhand in. But now Donovan's comfortable with that. More busier. Donovan pushes forward. Confident on landing the shots. Throws in a nice uppercut to Crocker there. Double jab backhand coming in from Donovan. Donovan is awake, ladies and gentlemen. The work is started to be put in. Now it's Crocker that looks like he's running out of ideas. What is he going to do? 1, 2. Good work there from Donovan, landing the shots. Where Crocker's struggling to find that range. You see a little bit of frustration from Crocker as the round stops and he goes back into his corner. You've got 3 minutes. It's a close fight. This could be a 1 round. You need to show how much you want this. You need to let your hands go. Attack the body. Jab and get low. Jab and get low. Jab and get low. And that's the advice from Andy Lee to Paddy Donovan. Jab and get low. Jab and get low. You can win this fight. The hands are raised. Both gentlemen raise their hands as they walk back into the center of the ring. We are going in for the 12th and final round of this championship fight. The respect is there between the gentlemen as the bell goes for round number 12. We love it. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for keeping us entertained and teaching us something about IQ in boxing. It's not always about beating 7 shades of crap out of each other. It's about learning your opponents, getting them to walk onto shots. Timing sometimes is better than those power shots that we often see in boxing. Really, really good work from them. Finally, Crocker's there, throwing out the jab. Donovan's literally getting closer. He edges closer, throws out his own jab. 1, 2 lands, 1, 2 lands. This is the work from Donovan. When you talk about boxing, like his coach said, jab and go under, jab and go under, jab and keep moving. So he can't come back with anything. The hook goes into the body from Crocker to Donovan. Got the 1, 2 coming in from Donovan there. Throws in the backhand nicely. Backhand, 1, 2, 3. Crocker tries to come back with his own. Jab goes into the body from Crocker. Backhand goes into the head from Donovan. Double jab backhand from Donovan. Backhand from Crocker. 1, 2 from Crocker. jab from Donovan. Lovely uppercut as he uses the jab for the feint to set up the uppercut. Jab over around the backside of that backhand. Crocker getting a little bit reckless here. We've got 1 minute, 20 seconds left of round number 12. The backhand lands on Donovan, but he keeps his legs straight. There we go, the jab, backhand coming out there, just touching the face of Crocker. As Crocker keeps that guard, looking to go and throw that overhand. But Paddy's reading it this time, not letting him land it confidently as he throws out the jab. Crocker comes back into counter with a body shot backhand. He swings. He's got to watch his balance. Overloading on them shots. The jab, intelligent jab. The jab wins you the fights. It takes you all around the world. We hear all the wonderful captions that you get when it comes to a jab. And he's winning the fight on a jab, ladies and gentlemen. The backhand comes in from Crocker. 1-2 from Crocker. 1-2 from Crocker. As he throws in the 1-2, gets out. Paddy comes in with his own 1-2, pushes Crocker onto the ropes, uses the jab hand as a marker almost. We've got 10 seconds left, guys. Uppercut comes in from Donovan. 1-2 from Donovan. Backhand. Let's get the crowd cheering. Don't put your hands down like that. Oh. The fight's over. That was a good effort. The fight didn't go how I expected it to go either. Not like that. Right, Josh is Donovan's gonna win this. That's from Josh. Donovan, don't crowd your work. Don't admire it too long either. Andrew saying I can see a draw. You better not get robbed, Paddy. Love it. 103. No, 104, 103, Donovan. Is there an upset here? Who knows? Winner's not been announced yet. Derry Shorts, thank you for tuning in. Val Ward, come on, Paddy. We're hearing the cheers there. Who wins, Conor Benn or Donovan? Darwin saying decision, not yet. Donovan beats him 115, 113. Donovan, that's the score from Andrew. Crocker has got no one to blame but himself. That's from Evan Willis. The boys have a lovely embrace. Good sportsmanship there. Paddy got caught at the end. Jay Sharp saying spectacular, great scrap. It was an IQ scrap, that was. Josh was saying Donovan won. Thanks for the stream. Really enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. I really enjoyed your company. A good fight. Enjoyed it. Donovan to win. Emma saying despicable from Crocker. Didn't adjust at all. Andrew saying is Paddy chinny. Shane saying draw. Is Paddy going to be in tears? Who knows? And Chris is saying 114, 112 to Donovan. Interesting. Let's have a look. They were talking to Connor Walker, Giorgio Vizioli, and Joe Cordina to get their thoughts on who they think that wins. You can watch that on the stream. We'll see. Val Ward, no, thank you. I'm just waiting to see what they're going to give the results of this fight. They're saying that even though Crocker did get the 2 knockdowns, he didn't do much. Here we go. Are we ready? Look at that stadium. That football ground is packed. They've got to go back to Ireland. Definitely got to go back to Ireland. Look at the crowd there. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. Take the advice of Val. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the subscriptions and cheers for that, Val. Very, very much appreciated. Here we go. Scorecards. Here we go. Come on. Reese Carter. 115. 111. Paddy Donovan. 115, 111. 114, 112. Lewis Crocker. You have another split. Broken Cheetah, I know they are in Ireland. They need to go back, is what I said. 114, 113. Split decision. Who are we going to give it to? We're going to give it to Paddy. They gave it to Lewis Crocker. They gave it to Lewis Crocker, guys. Where's Emma? They gave it to Lewis Crocker. Billy Nelson is going to go on an absolute rant on Twitter. Him and Sam Jones are going to be screaming at each other on Twitter until like 5 a.m. this morning. Listen, I don't score fights. Congratulations to Lewis. The knockdowns clearly counted for a lot. But I thought Paddy would have got it. Yeah, he's upset, isn't he? Oh, bless him. There you go. Lewis is the new champion. I never saw that coming. I mean, it was an unpredictable fight, but I never saw that coming. David Lawrence Graham, thank you very much for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. Shane, I don't think I'm going to be... I'm not really good at doing watch-alongs when it comes to the American times. I'm going to be honest with you. I will watch it, but I'm going to watch it for the comfort, from the comfort of my own bed. If I get up, I'll come back and I'll see who's here and whatever. But I doubt it. I'm going to be honest. I doubt it. Andrew, wow. Yeah. Emma, yeah, there she is. Robbed him. Jay Sharp says, wow. What? It's MUFC. Get in, Lewis, lad. Knew it, Robs. That comes from Josh. I love the comments in here. James Wood, wasn't expecting that. Thank you to you for listening in as well. Karma. Yeah, Emma is livid. Val says second robbery and the new. And it was obviously going to be robbed. That's according to Josh. Draw would have been fair. These judges need to get out of town. Livid at it being a boring fight. AP sounds like the judges disregarded everything after the knockdowns. Yeah, it does seem like that because Paddy was the busier of the fighters. You know that, you've watched it. But he classes himself as British, Yeti. So, yeah, there's a bit of controversy around that as well. Andrew saying that wasn't main event entertainment, but we had the fight before. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to all of you for tuning in this evening to Crocker Donovan 2. Crocker gets the W. Techie, I'll leave the judging up to the experts. I had an amazing time this evening with you guys. We only covered 2 fights, but we had nearly 2.5 hours together. I'm going to get off because I need to get in my sleep because obviously I've got to get up and watch Canelo Crawford. I doubt I'll do a watch along, but if something's on here, it's on here. And then obviously, like I said, we've got the Japanese card later on tomorrow afternoon, wherever you are. But have a fantastic weekend, you beautiful people. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd appreciate it if you did. And I'm going to go. So until the next time, take care. And as we say at October Red, stay ready. Au revoir.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.
October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.